Hey folks, how's it going? Today we got something special. This is a mid-1800s one-room schoolhouse. Yeah, they're rare. Out of the 40 to 50 home sites I actually find one of these nice old one-room schoolhouses that isn't overdeveloped. So we gotta get in here, we gotta check it out. If I had tires that sound like that, I would change them. Yeah. Anyways, the schoolhouse sits right behind me. And in these old schools, there used to be usually one teacher who taught the grades from kindergarten up to 8th grade. They taught English, history, arithmetic, what else? I think a little bit of science, maybe geography. Yeah, so and it would have been all ages, usually up to about 40 students or so, depending on the size. We'll go check out the size. I'm not sure exactly what size schoolhouse this was, but I'm pretty sure it's a one room. Let's go find out. Going that way. Either that's a part of an old school desk or a stove top. I don't know. That is a Ford Model T ignition point. And they'll say Ford right on it. Yeah. Old mason top. That's a silver-plated pocket watch case. Might have some information inside. Well, the schoolhouse would have sat right in there. And we're going to go in there and check that out. I'm just hitting the open areas right now. There's a bucket. I found some bottles on the ground, which is nice. We got this little doohickey right here. Oh, that's a lantern piece, isn't it? It's a wick cap, I think. Wow. That's old. Look at that. That's how old that is. If it just crumbles in your hand like that. Ancient. That could be mid-1800s or earlier. Yeah. We don't know now. It fell apart. This is the type of schoolhouse that would have had one burning stove right in the middle. And that's probably a piece of it right there. That would have kept them warm. This is also the type of schoolhouse that probably would have taught how to be a good Confederate. Yeah. I'm finding stuff that old. Yeah. Little piece of old chain. Maybe they locked the bad boys up. I still haven't found the structure or the cornerstones, what's left to it, but check out this territory. It is spooky looking and awesome. I mean, look at this. Is that gorgeous or what? I expect the school site to be right in there. We got a couple pits dug over here, and I'm not sure what that's all about. We'll figure it out. Let's keep looking. Yeah. And there's some yucca plants over there. Some yucca. That's an old license plate. I think it says 1920. The date's right here. 1925 or something. Let's see if we can shine that up a little bit. Probably not. Let me work on that and I'll be right back. No, I can't tell. This thing's falling apart right in my hands as soon as it hits the air. It's an old one, that's for sure. Based on the size and the color. You can just see some paint in there. Just a little bit of yellow. They had in the back of the schoolhouse very large magnolia tree, and that looks like a hemlock to me, or some kind of cedar. I don't know, I'll have to get up to it and take a look. There was another cedar here. Of course these walnuts weren't here. This would have been all open, completely open. There's some 55-gallon drums. I wonder if there's any bottles over there. I've been finding a lot of bottles, much older than that, and that's a vinegar. Now there's some rooftop right there. Gotta be an outhouse around here somewhere. I'll have you dig this with me. It's just a 40 signal, which is a miscellaneous. No telling. There's a big one down there. This is very rooty ground. I got my ring on. Why don't you remind me? That looks like slate. It's a little thick to be a school slate. But I've found school slates at these old places. Parts of them. They're usually broken. Jeez, it wasn't that deep. We're gonna have to scan it for sure. Oh, now it's reading pull tab. The infamous shotgun shell, ringing up a 40. That's pretty high for shotgun shells on my machine. But I got a pocket full of them already. Something to something. Yeah, definitely some kind of cedar. Nice big old one. That is an import. That doesn't grow naturally around here. This looks like a copperhead paradise. Anything that color, you know there's going to be copperheads in there. And we'll have to tread lightly. It looks like a big old ladle. Yep, that's a big ladle. Probably making soup in the kitchen or something. I am on the back side of where the structure would have been. The structure would have been here somewhere. Up in here. And there's no identification of it anymore. It's long gone. But that's definitely a remnant of the kitchen. Oh yeah. find all kinds of stuff near the kitchen. That's where all the activity was. Most of it. Is that pottery? No, just a really nice little stone. I've been finding some interesting stones in here. Yep, let's move it. You know what that is? That's a Ford Model T hubcap. Yep. Usually they say made in USA, Ford right on the front. This one's unusual. That is unusual that it does not. Huh. Interesting. I'll have to look into that and see why. Maybe that's off of a later model or something. Interesting. We'll keep it. It could have been an old clock. Or not. Mosquitoes are bad in here. And they're flying all around me. Probably a clock. Yeah, with a big movement on it. Yeah. So far, the only remnants of stone out here. Got 1, 2, 3. Headed off this way. Oh, there's another one. Some of this stuff looks like soapstone. There's another one. I don't know, I haven't figured this place out yet. Working on it. Something. I don't know if that was a door lock piece. Might have been. Another piece to a license plate. Looks like an old barn structure that's been rebuilt a few times. Maybe. We got some square nails in there, some rectangular nails in there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to get a feel for this property. Haven't found any outhouses yet or anything like that. There are bottles laying around everywhere. And the ground has a lot of iron in it. Just keep looking. Looks like an old file. Looks like an old gear to something. Could be a motor. Could be something else. I don't know. Finally, we have brick. Nice older brick too. Look at that. Yep. And inside that mess right there is a pile of stone. But there's a bottle over there I want to look at. And there's this full of prickers in here. Ow! Oh! Oh, this is a rough spot right here. What do we get right there? It's not very old. 60s. But, see that right there? See that pile of stone? And it goes that way. And there's some more over here. I believe that's the old school foundation right there. Oh, I finally found it, but man, is it thick in here. Whew. I didn't bring my little snippers. Nope. Alright, let me figure out what I'm going to do with this. I've got to get in there somehow. Maybe I'll chop at it with my shovel. I got to find another way to get at that. This is all prickers. I mean, it's just congested with prickers in there. I was going to try to go that way, but man, I'm getting hung up on everything. Ow! They get me in the butt. They get me in the leg. I hate prickers. North Carolina and their pricker bushes. I'm trying to make my way over to that structure. Stone structure, but my goodness. It is thick and congested in here. This one's been down for a while. A long while. Alright. There's the magnolia and that cedar and a little clearing right there. And the actual school site sits in there. See if I can walk up underneath that magnolia and get over there. Oh man, it's congested in here. Wow. Might have to save this for winter. I mean, look at that. That's where the site is, right up in there. Yeah, I'll head out towards the road and see if I can't scoot in that way. Oh, look. Look right there. See it? That's the fireplace. Oh, yeah. Nice. Look at that. And they would have had brick for a chimney. Wow, that is dry stacked. That's old. Yeah, that's old. That could be like early 1800s. Wow. I didn't expect a dry stacked fireplace. That would have sat right in here. That would have been a cornerstone right there. There's a mason jar over there. Some brick. Might have been another fireplace too. I'm gonna have to get some snippers in this place and clear it out a bit. Whew. Might be able to swing a little bit inside here. This structure's been gone for a long time. Spideys. I imagine the outhouse is going to be back here where the road is, because this never used to be a road back here. That road never existed. The road actually came up in the front. Oh, it's starting to rain. Look at that. That is a beauty. That is a beauty right there. Dry stacked stone. Let's just take a gander out this way and see if we can't find a pretty spot. Alright, I'll get back to you when I know more. This is a gorgeous magnolia. Very big. I used to be in the tree service. Yeah. Oh, look at this. I hope that's not the privy. It's got to be around in here somewhere. This is an awesome sight. That is amazing. Oh, This thing just caught my face, my shoulder, my arm. Probably gonna have to come back and do some snipping in here. Let me swing the detector for a little bit and see. This is the jungle of North Carolina, right here. Doesn't get any thicker than this. That is really awesome. That's their hearth in the front right there, and then their fireplace, and then the chimney goes up. So the structure came out here. It looks like a cornerstone set right there. Another one over there. Yeah, let's swing the detector a little bit and see what we get. You never know. Got a lot of stone in here. Some brick too. Yeah, you know, it's thick, but I should be able to swing it a little bit just to hear a signal. I hope. Let's give it a try. My goodness, I can't believe I forgot my snippers today. I had no idea it was going to be like this. Another bottle. There's a lot of 60s bottles thrown about in here. There could be 70s too. Yeah, we're gonna have to snip this place up really good. That's interesting. Now the problem is gonna be digging in here. It's just over congested. I don't know what that is, some kind of grading material. Maybe a screen for the porch or something they had. But, I mean, this is solid roots. Solid roots everywhere. Something. Oh, what do you think that was? Interesting. Inside the house, I don't know. There's some glass. Found some roofing material. There's a jar. 60s. 60s. Interesting. I don't know. It looks like a clutch. Looks like a clutch lever. It engages the clutch. That's what it looks like to me. Why is it inside the house? What a nightmare to try to search in. Oh my goodness. We got a little path. Here's something I don't find very often. The old bed frame. That's the head, and that's the foot right there, foot of the bed. Interesting. Alright, that is tough to detect in there. You can just see the chimney in there, right there. The house sat right here. The schoolhouse. It might have been used as a live-in house afterwards, which I suspect this bed is from. Here comes the rain, and I left my rain suit about, I don't know, 100 yards that way. Love it. Let's keep. I did find a cork top. Unembossed, unimpressed. Just laying on the ground. There's a cup. There's a bottle. There's a bottle. There's a bottle. Oh, it's kind of cork-topped, isn't it? But broken. There's bottles scattered around in here. I'm looking for the well. It should be over here. The well, and I'm looking for the privy. Thought maybe the well would be over this way. Lots of bottles, none of them old. That's all bottles in there. Looks like they were dumping in the 60s, which is typical. I've been finding a lot of this on the ground too. I mean, that is a gorgeous piece of quartz. Look at that. We are near a town called Silver City. Yeah, silver. Well, that's not too modernish, is it? 40s. 40s beer. I'm just going to take a little walk down by the creek and see if they did any dumping. 1800's dumping. See ya. I wonder if those antlers are any good. Save them for my father-in-law's dog. Oh yeah, they're pretty sturdy. Poor little guy. Had a bad day. Yeah. I haven't found the well or the privies yet. There's no telling where they're gonna be. That's the house site right in there. And this would have been all open. Usually the wells are out front somewhere, but I don't see it, and the outhouses should have been on either side out the back. But you know, these old sites, you know, sometimes they're set up kind of funny. The main road would have been out this way. I'll take you to it, show you the old wagon road. What gets me is the yucca plants they have. They have a set here and they have a set over there, and the house sat straight there behind these big trees. The big magnolias up there and the big cedars over there, and the house sat right on the side of it, straight in front of me. So this would have been a straight shot going up to the house right here. And looks like, you know, that's where the old little barn structure was. I'm looking for little access ways coming in, or little privies and wells and stuff like that. Takes a lot of work trying to understand these places. Is anybody home? I heard something pecking on a tree over here. Look at this. Oh yeah. Look at that. They must have been mining for silver up here too. Must have been doing a little bit of chipping and digging for big quartz to be on the surface like that. It's odd. Alright, so the barn structure's right over there, and I'll show you it again. So I thought maybe that was the privy right there that had a cover over it. What do we get here? Oil. That's a barn structure, a small little barn structure. I thought maybe this was a privy. I lifted it up. It's not. And this looks like a little access road leading down to the main road. We'll go check that out. This is the old road that used to cut through here. Came right through and right down to the creek. And this was the school property up here. I want to take my detector and check on that high ground a little bit better. I expected the well to be closer to the creek. Let's go down here and see if they made a makeshift bridge or something. Beautiful country. My eyes are always open, looking for features and seeing whatever I can see. There's a little dirty, bless me, a little dirty creek right there. And the road would have went straight through here. Is that a deer pulling out its fur? Looked like it was laying down right here. Yeah, this road would have crossed right here and went straight up that way. Alright, I'm gonna go up on top of that hill and check it out. Oh yeah, this would be a nice place to detect. Interesting enough. We got a large rock there, large rock there, large rock there, large rock there. Might have been a structure up here. And we got two depressions right in a row right here. Could be an outhouse. Could be two of them right here. You can see the dirt right here, how it's piled up. That was thrown out of this hole. I'm gonna dig that real quick and see what's down. Just a super soft spot, that's all. Some interesting, looks like clay, old clay. And it's sporadic in here. And then we have this reddish clay too. Green clay, red clay, chunks. I don't know. It's just really soft. And there's nothing really in here. really cool looking stuff. This keeps our... There's another cornerstone. Right there. Right there. And I kind of expect one to be over here somewhere. Not seeing it. Little barn structures. Probably to go with that one. Boy, people did some dumping in here. Iron and bottles. Alright, I'm gonna grab my detector. Go search out that high spot right there. You can see the grass, the green, where the house sat in there. The house sat straight into the forest right there. We're gonna have to come back in the winter. '50s. Yeah, let's take a peek in here with the detector and see if there's anything going on. Keep it on relic mode. Yeah. Iron. I'll have you dig this one with me. It's sounding a little better than most things in here. Trying to figure out where the children would have played. I haven't found any children's stuff. This was listed as a school in 1915 on a map. And I'm not finding anything related to children yet. There. Is it a button finally? It is a button. Finally, our first button out of here. Some of these buttons are pretty interesting looking. King. Let me shine it up a little bit more. King Pointer. Oh, it's a dog. It's a King Pointer button. Is it focusing? There we go. Yep. Neat little button. We'll save that. Let's keep going. The house would have sat right up there on top of the hill. I'm searching in here to see if the kids would have played down in here, but doesn't look like it. I don't know what that is. We'll find out. Maybe. I don't know. Well, besides finding an old schoolhouse and a nice old chimney, fireplace that's dry stacked, which is awesome, there really isn't a whole lot. It's interesting. It's never been searched before, but you know, I was expecting to find kids' toys and stuff like my last schoolhouse that I have. That place is just still amazing, and yeah, I didn't find anything kid related here today. Of course, I'm still kind of weeding through the hold on. Hello. Hi, wife. Yeah, I'm out pretty far. I'm gonna need some gas money in my account. Okay. I don't know. I have signal. I'm in the middle of the woods. I don't know. Okay, honey. Love ya. Bye. Yeah, so I forgot to put more money in my account for gas this morning. And let me show you how many miles it took me to get here. 156 miles. 156.8 miles. My tank holds about 200 miles worth of gas. So, anyways, here's what I found. Of course, I found a lot of iron and stuff. This place is congested with iron, just tons of it everywhere. It's going to take years to get through it. And like I said, that's what the detector hears first. That's what it wants to pick up first. All that big iron before it starts picking up the small things, the buttons and the coins and all that stuff. But there really isn't even any nice iron relics pulling up. So, parts and pieces to stuff. Just not really neat looking stuff. But here's what I got so far. We got a couple Model T stuff. We got the ignition point. And this is very odd. It's shaped identical to a Model T hubcap, but it does not have the Ford Made in the USA on the front. I've never found one like that before. That's very interesting. I'm going to have to research that. Of course, I got to keep a nice piece of quartz. Got a nice little cork top bottle. It's not terribly old. Shotgun shells. I mean, look at the shotgun shells. I mean, that's just disgusting. Got a piece of lead. Got a silver-plated watch back. Got that button. That's the only decent find today. Another piece of lead. Probably off a Model T or something that had a battery. I don't know. Might be a mason top. It bends, though. Mason tops usually crack. I mean, the stuff in here is not surviving. It's all falling apart. It's just the ground is something's going on with the ground and some crockery and stuff. And I found some red stones coming out of the ground. Garnets, I hope, maybe? That'd be nice. But anyway, that's it on this one. This site's gonna have to wait until like winter because wow, it is near impossible to get anywhere near that home site. The schoolhouse site itself, the old one. There's a couple other structures out here that I found with the cornerstones and stuff, but just a bunch of nails and all that, and tons of iron laying everywhere. Cans, and people did some dumping in here in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Yeah, tons of it. I mean, you can just see all the bottles. There's a piece of metal can there, bottle, just scattered bottles, metal, and just everywhere. But the house sits in there, and we'll have to come back in the winter. It was a new site. I thought it was going to be a great site, but you know, some are, some aren't. You got to go out and explore to find them, you know. So this one's been a little bit too dumpy. It's been dumped on. But anyways, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next hunt.